Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Virtual Warfare's Community Showdown. We are in Game 2 of Exertus eSports versus Pulse eSports. Exertus just looking dominant in that last game.
Yeah, Exertus completely destroyed that game. It was a huge snowball for Harkwa on Tristana. Um, 11-3 and 7 or something like that at the end, with a lot of great early game pressure from Baby Zeus on Oriana. Nidalee, Elise, and a Hecarim ban. Maybe Exertus doesn't want to deal with Docta on the horse again.
Yeah, I mean, he just did phenomenal. Even though his team did not win that, I mean, every single game I've seen him play Hecarim, he just does. He does what he does, and it works for him.
The horse is terrifying right now. I mean,
Of
ward cover. It's
course.
it's it's like God, I hate you. It's like it's like when the days of Rammus when wards don't really matter when you can powerball through and taunt somebody from miles away. Or that's why the big four are the big four right now. Jarvan's got his non-targeted gap closed that he can use to get around wards. Hecarim can run through wards and not care. Vi's got a great knockback, and her targeted ult is intense and terrifying. And I don't really need to say anything else about Jin Sao because I hate him, and he's so hard to play against. He snowballs really hard and builds tanky and still does too much damage.
So Paul's actually leaving open Oriana for Baby Zeus again. But
First
Hakora
pick
picking up.
Tristana.
Yeah, he did phenomenal with Tristana.
I am not surprised to see that at all. Tristana is honestly a pretty strong first pick. I mean, picking your AD carry first is pretty standard. There's the Caitlyn unbanned, Misfortune again banned here, so none of that. But Caitlyn may be coming out for nerf. Is gonna hover over it. Docta hasn't picked anything up yet, but gonna go ahead and lock Tarek. So
Shatter
Caitlyn
Trap.
Tarek possible.
It's
Shatter Trap.
it's so devastating if they actually land the combo of Shatter Trap. It's so scary.
Yep, Yordle Snap Trap into Shatter, into Piltover Peacemaker, into auto attacks, and then yeah, because then you can follow it up with the Dazzle, and it's just you're stuck forever.
When it they
Oh
took the
no!
Oriana away from Baby Zeus.
At the last second, they knew that Tristana was locked in, so I don't think that Nerf is too worried about Caitlyn being taken, and they're gonna steal away the Oriana, so maybe that's why it wasn't banned. And
Are we?
God's Rage, hearing what I'm saying,
We
we may
might
see a
see some
Caitlyn mid
Xpeke.
or a mid. Yeah, a little bit of Xpeke here. We may see mid Caitlyn. We may see AP Tristana. Mid Caitlyn's a little bit more popular just because of her range. She's able to easily harass a lot of the popular AP mids. God's Rage is gonna troll and keep switching, so I'm not gonna talk about it until he locks something in. So there.
Well, a little birdie by the name of Cora, who everyone that's been here for this tournament knows is running and doing a phenomenal job at running this tournament, told me that the last best of three that Exertus had, Baby Zeus actually played AP Lulu in the mid.
Ooh. Now, we haven't seen a lot of that. I've seen a little bit of it, and we did see it in one game of the LCS, but AP Lulu is deceivingly strong. She sets up for ganks so well with the Glitter Lance and the Polymorph, and she can actually do a whole lot of damage, especially if you go something like Malady for a little bit of a AP on-hit Lulu. It's scary. It's really scary.
And it increases the health she gives from her ultimate. It's like the ultimate protect the cog.
Exactly. Or protect the Tristana, I guess, would be in this point. And I mean, we did see it run last game, though God's Rage did go ahead and grab Zyra. Follow me on Twitter, probably going to be on that Maokai again, unless something weird happens. KWR and Fear locking in Volibear and Ezreal. So the Bear is here in NA this evening. Seen him a lot in European LCS, starting to be picked up on the NA side of things. What do you think about Volibear?
Forget Volibear. Look what Baby Zeus just locked in.
Oh. So we saw Fear run Zyra last game. and Nerf took away Baby Zeus's Oriana, and God's Rage went and grabbed Lulu, or excuse me, went and grabbed Zyra. But now Baby Zeus, as we see, locked in Lulu, so it could be, and I think it will be, AP Lulu mid and God's Rage support. And Geek on Med, please pick Singed. I just love seeing Singed.
So you want to hear him laugh over and over again?
Did you see the on the PBE they changed it so that movement or that like emotes don't cancel movement, so you could just spam laugh and keep running, and then they fixed it again.
Oh, I didn't actually see that. The last bug I seen like that was the robot Amumu.
Oh god, I have that skin. It was so much fun for like a week. You just spam it everywhere, and everybody thought you were like ganking their lane. And they'd freak out.
It's I'd seen so many times on some of the professional streams where you'd see the other chat being spammed. Get out of my head.
Exactly. And
Uh,
I haven't had much of a chance to play that skin anymore since Amumu's pretty much permabanned in solo queue right now. Lagman hovering over Jax? We haven't seen a lot of Jax, and from what I've heard from a lot of the players in the LCS is because of the prevalence of 2v1 lane swaps, Jax does awfully in that. It's like putting Jax up against a Yorick. He's just going to be poked forever and not going to be able to CS, but Lagman is going to go ahead and lock it in? Yes.
and actually, I've seen a few different games. Jax's new build is Blade of the Ruin King and Narandu Omen, and apparently he's untouchable when he builds that.
Really.
It's pretty insane.
We'll see what Lagman decides to do with this Jax. A couple of switches coming out. Does look like it's going to be Baby Zeus on Lulu, though. No switches for Exertus. Couple of switches from Pulse, but that's just to get everything lined up. Docta is going to be jungling Volibear. I was thinking it could be Jungle Jax, but
No, that's just Jax needs the snowball, and it is 90% harder to snowball out of the jungle than it is the top lane.
especially in the current meta like it is now. I mean, you've got like pseudo carry junglers, but a lot of the junglers that are popular right now, such as I've said, Jarvan and Hecarim and Xin and Vi, are able to do a lot of damage with building defensive items. And Jax is one of those who builds pretty much almost all offensive items and doesn't afraid of anything. And you just hear that whap, 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 like every 5 seconds, and it's like spelling your doom.
So, guys, we do have a good 3-minute spectator delay coming out. We are going to run some ads, and we will be moving into the game 2 of Pulse versus. I totally blanked on their name.
Exertus.
Exertus eSports, thank you. It's been a long day for me. I've been casting since about 2:30, so even longer. We will be right back, guys, so make sure to stick with us. Alright, 2 minutes and 30 seconds of ads coming up.
Oh, yeah.
So, a little bit more down.
Jax into Singed. We'll see how that goes. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see Exertus do a lane swap.
Maybe.
Singed just laughs in the face of lane swaps. Singed just laughs in the face of everything he's seen.
Oh, my voice hurts. You know what? We've got 2 minutes of ads coming up, so I'm going to eat a little bit of my dinner here that I've had since lunchtime. That's one good reason to do that.
Yep. I have nothing.
Except for a really loud vibrating phone.
Yeah, because it's on my desk and that's where my mic is. Stop it.
Arriba
we should be getting back soon. We are back now. 4 seconds to go. Well, 4 seconds since we are back, and we are getting into loading screen. Landover, you still with me? Looks like
I'm
he.
still here.
Oh, okay, good.
Had
So,
to
what do we see on skins here?
Sooncast, Oriana, Angler, Jax, Wildfire, Zyra, Frosted Ezreal, Augmented Singed, Haunted Maokai, Rocket Girl Tristana, Team 4 skin versus Team 3 skin.
Angler Jack's pretty good, but it's a cheap one here. We got Augmented Singe, though.
Dude, that skin is awesome. I love that skin. I'm so glad I bought that.
I don't have it yet, but I don't play Singe as much. I'm probably going to start playing on it more. But I'm kind of curious to see how the role's going to be changed. We do have Zyra actually going into the mid. We're not going to see the AP Zyra. But the Oriana, it's the same matchup from last game, but reverse roles.
We'll see if Baby Zeus is going to be able to take the experience that he obviously has playing Oriana, and we'll see if it translates well to playing against Oriana.
It's going to be pretty interesting to see. We do have Frosted Ezreal, though. He's kind of come back into favor.
Frosted Ezreal, yeah, I mean, when people see Pulse Fire, they immediately, like, flame, because, I don't know, apparently only noobs play with Pulse Fire. I have both Pulse Fire and Frosted Ezreal, so I can play whatever I want.
So we are into the game. We do have double Total Biscuit of Mana Rejuvenation coming out. Tristana actually has one.
Interesting, so that means that she must have spec'd very, very deep in the utility tree. I think somebody from Exertus had one besides the support last game, too. This is a little confusing because as I'm switching champions around in the scoreboard in the bottom, I'm putting, it's like the exact same mid laners, but played by completely different people.
It's going to be interesting to see, and it's going to be one of those things of who's the better Oriana player, who's the better Zyra player, you know what I mean? It's going to be fun to see who this actually comes out to, but we have all of Pulse down near the red buff here. Are they going to try and jump onto Tristana here? Tristana has no clue that they're coming.
Mystic Shot barely gonna miss Harkwa. She's gonna do her best to get away, but is gonna get dazzled. Cleanse already built. Glitterlance actually hits, I think, all 5 that were down there, maybe 4. And they're gonna go ahead and place that early pink ward and take out one of God's Rage's early ward. Does have 3 more and a pink, but good little bit of offensive poke, able to burn away a summoner spell for Tristana, and I think they're just gonna maybe go ahead and going back to their regular positions here. Nope, nope, nope. I'm wrong.
Yeah, they should be going back just fine. I do like this start from Tarek, though. He started Rejuve Bead into the Ward's Potions era. He's thinking he's going to take a lot of harass, but he wants to try and get a lot of damage out early, too.
Yeah, but the problem that he's going to have now is, since God's Rage did go ahead and throw down that pink ward in the bush, there's going to be no way for the bot lane of Pulse here to be able to see if anybody's going to be... Or they're not going to be able to have that opposing ward coverage that God's Rage is going to have for the next 2.5 minutes or so.
And Volibear is going to be able to pick up the blue buff. Maokai easily going to be able to pick up that blue buff too. So follow me on Twitter, kind of liking that Maokai. It worked out for him last time. We have pretty much some of the same picks coming out. I'm just still, you know me, I'm an AP mid player, so I'm really interested to see how this is going to work out in the mid with the roles reversed.
Pay attention to bot lane, though. Doctor gonna do his best to run in there. Harkwa does find himself exhausted, gonna try to put a bunch of damage out. Harkwa's gonna jump out. Beautiful play there. God's Rage throwing out that Glitter Lance to try and say, hey, Volibear, you're a bear, go away. We don't want you in our bot lane. But KWR had a great Tarek stun to set that up, burning away the flash from Harkwa. Wouldn't be surprised to see Volibear come rampaging down bot lane in another minute or so.
And it's going to be interesting to see. What do you think of this top lane, though? It's Singe versus Jax. Jax, I mean, Singe has a lot of early game presence. He can constantly fling. Jax needs to actually farm and be tanky. If Singe wants to, he's going to make it to where Jax can't farm at all.
Yeah, Jax does find himself already a little bit behind in the CS. 14-10 right now. Geek on Mad hitting level 3 a tiny bit earlier. So, I don't know. I'm interested to see, and I think this will be probably Singed Lane if we don't get jungle help from Volibear. But we do see Follow Me on Twitter already coming down, throwing out the sapling, trying to see if the ward is there. Lagman and Geek Gone Mad just going to try to trade back and forth. Lagman's going to throw on that Counter-Strike already. Follow Me on Twitter is going to try to get in there. I'm actually going to flash forward. I'm missing completely First Blood mid lane. Lagman is maybe going to fall. No, beautiful juke. He's actually going to be able to get away from here. Geek Gone Mad still has his ghost up. Lagman gonna jump over to Follow Me on Twitter. Lagman still alive. Follow Me on Twitter gonna pick up that kill. Doctor gonna go very, very low. Geek Gone Mad gonna chase. There's the fling. There's the damage. Double kill there for Maokai. He refreshes his double buffs. So while I did miss First Blood, I did grab the 2 other kills going on top, and that's 3-0 for Exertus again, putting out another early lead.
We actually were watching the First Blood in the middle lane, and it was just more so Zyra with the constant auto attack harass. Orianna just could not deal with it. Ignite went down, a flash Q, and it was able to pick up the kill.
And there's Baby Zeus showing his domination mid lane, you know, even in the exact opposite matchup. Able to pick up that early kill, one-on-one, no jungle help whatsoever, like we did see in the last game. He's a little bit scary.
He knows what he's doing. He's starting to remind me of the AP mid player that got to like 2,800 rated last season. Or no, he was at like 3,200 on the EU. I can't remember.
Ferelyn Lord?
Yes, because Ferelyn Lord was the same way, you know. He just knows those champions inside and out, and Baby Zeus kind of reminded me of him.
Yeah, Ferelyn Lord actually was really, really well known for his Orianna, ironically enough. So, Baby Zeus, the North American Ferelyn Lord, perhaps?
Maybe so.
Do see Fear going down to ward is going to be spotted out by a Exertus ward, so they're going to know exactly where that ward is. Baby Zeus went back, did grab himself the Chalice already. Fear has a Crystalline Flask and a Doran's Ring. Fear's actually going to get himself caught up. Only level 5. Baby Zeus nearly to level 6. Doctor's going to flash in to try and get the Rolling Thunder flip, but it's actually not going to happen, and that's a flash down for Volibear.
And that's really going to hurt him. I mean, he just mistimed it, but look at bottom lane.
Oh, wow. Nerf is actually going to get completely chunked down. Still barely alive. One more auto attack from Harkwa is going to be able to pick it up. Follow Me on Twitter, taking a lot of damage from that tower. Was exhausted under the tower. Harkwa going to jump forward. KWR going to take a lot of damage. There's a double kill there for Tristana, and the flash shield, the flash from Maokai plus the shield from Lulu is actually going to keep Maokai alive, so it is 5-0 on nearly 3k gold lead 6 minutes into the game already, and Baby Zeus putting a ton of pressure onto this mid turret.
It was a great job by them to be able to get the double kill down in the bottom lane. I mean, Exertus already just showing their dominance here, and here comes Daketta in the top lane.
Doctor's going to be able to flip back Geek Gone Mad. Beautiful stun there by Lagman, but I don't think he's going to be able to keep going because he has hit 6. Insanity Potion just chugging along. He's going to be healing pretty much every bit of damage that Lagman and Doctor put on him. And since Jax is so low, he's not really wanting to fight right now. And there goes the first tower. Harkwa's actually going to take that out a little under 7 minutes here, so it's no LCS 3-minute 50-second tower, but pretty close. Close enough.
Great job by them getting that early game advantage, and we actually have a 7-minute BF sword coming out on the Tristana.
I mean, that early double kill, oh god, that's going to be terrifying. Lagman's going to get himself tossed back. Geek Gone Mad going to eat himself a turret shot, but 52-29 in this top lane. Singed already with that tier, already at 120 stacks of it, since it does stack pretty much every second that he has Poison Trail on. And Geek Gone Mad doing a great job putting the pressure on to Lagman in this top lane. Lagman going to go back soon, I would hope, because doesn't have a huge amount of gold, but he's going to need some help.
So I was hearing about a Singed build that maybe we can, let's pick your brain and see what you think about it. But I guess people are starting to go Liandry's Torment into Thornmail, and anytime you get attacked to the Thornmail as the Ignite goes down to the top lane.
Lagman's absolutely chunked. Geek Gone Mad, just again with all that pressure that he's able to put on, is now going to be able to farm for free, and I wouldn't be surprised to see that build actually. That's a really great build. I love Singed. He's actually one of my favorite champions. And Liandry's is a stupidly strong item on him now that they changed it so that damage over time affects still do that maximum damage. Actually going to go for a Hex Tech first, so he's going to be regenning everything that he gets, or regenning some from the Spell Vamp with the Poison Trail. As we do see Doctor going very, very low, going to try to flip the Rolling Thunder back. Maybe he's actually going to be able to pick it up despite the passive, but Tower going to be able to pick up the kill onto Baby Zeus. Doctor going to get credit for that kill. Got a little bit too aggressive there, I think, and maybe forgot about the Volibear passive.
But with that build with Syndra, I think it's kind of cool that someone figured out if you get Thornmail with Leandries, anytime somebody auto-attacks you and the Thornmail procs, it actually procs Leandries too.
Because it's magic damage. Lagman did go back, grab another Doran's Blade, and I'm not sure if that's the greatest idea, as just from like a flip poison combo, he's already down to half health, having to chug those pots as top lane continues to push, and we do see an early dragon coming out from Exertus. I think they're going to be able to pick this one up, no trouble at all.
And look at the top lane now, Singe popping her ult.
Yep, Singe going to go deep on the Lagman, actually going to grab himself another kill, going to regen all the tower damage that he took. I'm not even sure if he wants to take this tower now because he's just going to get so much farm. Back in the bot lane, Nerf actually being able to duel out and finish off Harkua. Harkua not very pleased about that. I think it was a last-second stun there from Tarek.
You missed it. Up in the top lane, we had the double flip from Volibear and Singed.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's... I think this is going to be the top tower. Nope, Geek Gone Mad. So close, but Doctor actually able to fear the minions away from the tower to keep it alive just for another second longer.
I wonder what happens in Blind Pick if two Singe flip each other.
The game crashes.
It does?
No, I wish. Doctor and Geek Gone Mad going to trade flips. There is the ultimate out from Volibear, the Thunderclaws. Insanity Potion still not quite up yet, but that was just a little bit of extra damage that Doctor's going to put on, and he's actually now going to put that extra damage onto the Golems, as top tower does fall for Pulse. 3-0 in towers, 6,500 gold lead, and 8-2 in kills, all in favor of Exertus.
Exertus looking scary, and I'm kind of curious to see if they're going to be doing any of the mid-season LCS qualifiers, because it seems like how they're playing, they might have a decent chance to get a trip to Las Vegas to play for, or LA, to play for a chance to be an LCS.
Yeah, they may be able to play for one of the regulation matches to see if, as teams get traded back and forth from the LCS in this midseason, Lagman and Geek Gone Mad still going at it. Geek Gone Mad already has himself a Giant Spout, is actually going to pop the Insanity Potion, and is going to try to do his best to keep chasing on the Lagman. Since he doesn't have a tower there, he's going to be able to keep going, but going to jump away to a minion. Handy little minion.
Down in the bottom lane, though.
Yep, a stun coming out onto Harkua. Harkua's actually going to jump straight into Fear and Nerf. There's the Vengeful Maelstrom on from Maokai. They're going to be actually fighting straight in the Vengeful Maelstrom. Perfect for them, but as it pops, no damage comes out, so a couple of ultimates used, a little bit of damage, and nothing really coming out of it, though.
Volibear looking like he's trying to steal something here, actually grabbing himself a ward for his trouble.
It's something, you know. It's not. I don't think it was really what he's looking for. I think he was hoping for a blue buff, but
that makes me think of the Rage comics on Reddit, having the little that's something. But up in the top lane, Ignite is popped. Lagman is gonna flash out of there. Should be okay, but Orianna is up to try and save him. As Singed is almost 2 turrets deep.
Singed is trying to pull a Mach Noon and do some dirty farming, as we do see. Follow me on Twitter going straight in on a Tarek. A lot of damage coming out. There's the True Shot Barrage. Teleport coming in from Fear, going to try to put the speed boost on the Doctor. Doctor does have Rolling Thunder up in 4 seconds. Flashing forward, Thunderclaw is going to put on a lot of damage on the Follow Me on Twitter. There is the Rolling Thunder. He wants to go on to Lulu because he knows that Maokai is a lost cause. Is going to wear off. Lulu's going to speed boost herself up, but that is another kill there for Pulse, 8-3. Orianna actually grabbing that one. But if we look mid, Harkua and Baby Zeus going to go ahead and take down this tower.
So Exertus just knowing where to go and how to push. Look what Singe just picked up.
Really? So this shows to me that he's just going to be wanting to farm all day. He's probably not going to want to leave top lane. He's just going to continue to do a bunch of damage to all of the minions up there, and I guess to Baron when we get around to it. But the Spell Vamp and the cooldown reduction, it's a good item on Singe. Just the Smite bonus cooldown's is gonna go completely to waste.
It's gonna be really interesting to see how this works. But I mean,
Yeah,
it could
that's
help
a
out with all the objectives. And I mean, Jax is already can't do anything to him, so he's just gonna be split pushing faster. It's gonna be hard to deal with him. They're gonna need 5 to even get close to killing him.
Oh yeah, especially with the amount of health that he's going to spell vamp back off the poison trail and the fling. I mean, it that plus insanity potion means that he's essentially not going to be taking damage from pretty much anybody. If we think
Oh,
about it.
they cut out God's Rage.
Yep, God's Rage is actually going to get pummeled, popping the ultimate on himself and actually having to flash away. Harkwa is here. That last Mystic Shot does miss, and Tarek's actually going to pick it up, slamming down the Radiance, grabbing himself a kill. 8-4, 15 minutes in, and about a 7K gold lead here
That's
for Exertus. Orianna going so low. Baby Zeus actually going to try to turn this around. Doctor does get the flip. Orianna able to escape, throwing on the ball and the dissonance onto Doctor. Baby Zeus going to still try to do as much damage. Harkwa was actually going to pick up a kill there. Shockwave didn't quite go off where he wanted it to, and 9-4 already. Orianna just grabbing herself the Athenes, but Harkwa 3-1-0 and still about nearly to an Infinity Edge, and if he can grab that in time, it'll make his mid-game go a lot easier.
And Lagman still cannot do anything. The Geek's gone mad. He's just constantly split pushing this top turret. I mean, and here comes everybody up to try and get on to Lagman, and he just went poof.
Just disappeared. He got hit with one Deadly Bloom, and he was just gone. And there is another turret down for Exertus, 5-0. Harkwa grabbing himself another one. A lot of gold onto Harkwa. Does have 2.2 thousand. Wouldn't be surprised at all to see Infinity Edge coming out very soon once they do head back. Doctor looked like he wanted to go in. Did pop the Rolling Thunder, but I thought the best of it when he saw another couple people lurking around there. Ezreal did go for Blade of the Ruin King first item, which is honestly not what I would have expected.
That is pretty interesting to see, but it seems like it's going to work out for him. As Baby Zeus.
Baby Zeus going to get caught out a little bit. Does pop the Stranglethorns, popping up Tarek. Pulse Nerf is going to try to do his best to duel. Baby Zeus does get the Wild Growth. Nerf going solo, going to try to lifesteal. Follow me, and Twitter's going to pick up the kill onto Tarek, and there is a kill onto Ezreal. Zeus going to try to do his best to get away, but here's the jump from Jax. The stun does not go off as Baby Zeus flashes, and he gets a little bit of health bonus from finishing off those wolves. Lagman's going to go ahead and jump over to a ward. The shockwave coming over from Fear. Fear's actually going to be able to pick up that kill, but does look like to be in a little bit of trouble now. Follow me on Twitter, jumping over the wall, actually completely out of mana. Geek on Mad going to come in out of nowhere, put out a lot of damage on the Fear. Fear is ignited. Geek on Mad getting jumped on by Docta, and Lagman going to take some tower hits, but still regenning with the Insanity Potion, and does get the speed boost from Lulu, and he's going to be able to get away pretty much scot-free after putting a lot of pain out onto 3 members of Pulse.
I really like what happened with Zyra and Ezreal's little duel there, and I tried to follow it as much as possible. When Ezreal shifted away, Zyra threw out a Q over the wall and hit him, but also hit the wolves. When Ezreal went to flash over the wall to get away from the wolves actually killed him. But it went to Zyra as a kill.
No. I saw him trying to lifesteal off of the wolves, but guess not quite enough, as he does fall 1, 2, and 2 with the Blade of the Ruin King. No level 2 boots for him yet, which is an interesting pickup. Again, Blade of the Ruin King, not what I would have picked up first on Ezreal. He does love that bonus attack damage onto his Mystic Shots and his True Shot Barrage. And he's not really one who's going to be auto-attacking all the time. He's going to be kind of interspersing the auto-attack damage with Mystic Shots.
Sorry, it's just doing a little bit of typing there. But Lagman getting caught out, and he looks like he's going to go aggressive here.
Yep, he jumped onto Harkwa. Harkwa actually popping the cleanse and jumping away. Lagman taken down to about half health. He does have that Bilgewater Cutlass, the first part of the Blade of the Ruin King. And there's another dragon down for Exertus. 12-5 in kills. What's that? 11,000 gold lead as Sin just spams Laugh in the mid lane, waiting for the minions to come back up. 11,000 gold lead, 6-0 in towers. Looks like they're going to try to make it 7-0. As Geek on Mag going to go very aggressive on the Fear. Shockwave actually going to be able to pop Harkwa back. Harkwa's going to jump aggressively in. There's the kill for Baby Zeus. Harkwa is going to have the reset on that Rocket Jump. Lagman gonna try to stun away, as actually gonna put the damage on the Baby Zeus, but here comes the Stranglethorn, so much damage. Lagman gonna be able to pick up one kill, but there's a kill on the Jax. A kill for Lulu, a double kill there for Singed, and that's nearly an ace as we see Nerf and Follow Me on Twitter still at the bot lane, and there is gonna be the first inhibitor turret as it slowly goes down, and looks like they're gonna start pushing onto this inhibitor.
And I think they could possibly pull out the win here, actually, as Nerf is down in the bottom lane. If they don't go for a Nexus turret, they'll be damn close to get one here really soon.
Yeah, they're just going to let minions go ahead and push that in, as we do see Orianna is back up along with the rest of the team. They don't really want to mess with that. They may keep going on to Baron, but amongst all that, mad props to Follow Me on Twitter for actually keeping this bot turret alive against Nerf. Nerf was down here trying to pick that turret up, and Follow Me on Twitter was like, no, this is mine. You can't have it.
So Sin just going to go back. He will be able to get the Abyssal Scepter into the Seraph's Embrace. So he's going to have a giant shield now whenever he goes into the middle of a team fight. Oh, actually, no. He went for Rylai's
first. Interesting. I like that. I think Seraphs will be really, really strong on him. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised to see him go Muramana, too, just so he can run around and for maximum trolley. But I think the shield will do him a little bit better. Rylai is going to be able to slow him down if he's chasing or if he's getting away. He can just start running in circles. Baby Zeus going to try to go with Fear, going to take a little bit of damage, going to dissonance himself up. God's Rage going to try to get a Glitter Lance. The Grasping Roots does not quite hit, and looks like Fear and KWR are going to be able to walk themselves away.
Not much else going on, though. We do have still some okay builds coming out. We do have Volibear, though. Lock of the Iron Solari Boots 5, Madrod's Razor. Jax 1 and 5 has the Bilgewater Cutlass, couple Doran's Blade. Looks like he still wants to go for that Blade of the Rune King. Ezreal, Blade of the Rune King. Orianna. I think the Doran's Ring doesn't work as much as possible, but we got stuff going on here.
Yeah, a lot of poke coming out. Geek on Mad trying to go really, really deep is actually going to get flipped in. Stranglethorns and Command Shockwave going out at the same time. So much damage from all those Zyra plants. Still nobody dead yet. Geek on Mad still very, very low. KWR is actually going to be the first one to fall. Terika does go down to Harkoa. Follow Me on Twitter is going to pick up a kill on the Jax. Harkoa jumping very, very aggressively in is going to pick up a kill onto Volibear, but Nerf is going to be standing on the base, putting on as much auto attacks as he can, but still nobody on Exertus is dead. They are all so low, and they're going to... Nerf is trying to do his best to pick up anybody, but he's not going to be able to. GG's actually going to be called. Nerf doesn't have True Shot Barrage. He's actually going to get pretty much soloed by a Zyra plant. Tristan advance onto the turret. There is the ace. Hardcore grabbing another kill. 5-1 and 5. GG's. Surrender actually going out maybe before the base gets destroyed. And Exertus taking it 2-0 and going to be moving on to the finals.
And should be a great finals at that, guys. So we are going to throw up some quick ad breaks as we try to get into the game. So we will be back here really soon. So make sure to stick with us.